You, YouTube is simply not going to allow me to go live from my studio stage. It's just not gonna happen. Um, However, it works. It's just what it keeps doing, like it's like I'm hidden. So it feels like it's a stage that's meant to make it's like I know what it means. I think it means that's the production where I have to invite people. So the only way that I get it kind of works out because I mean that's kind of like the direction I'm going. But I didn't mind doing the whole studio format. Creating thumbnails. So it feels like this is how I talk to you all. I just like turn on my camera. Hey, what's up, guys? And I stick it to. But then I'm like, okay, I'm on my way to the studio. But I just actually go into the room next, the next room over, and then I log in. I was like, oh yes, you all made it. Bro, still here on YouTube. But it's like, okay, that's just what it is. So um, I just have to deal with it. But it's okay. I'm not I'm not gonna, make a big fuss over it. I'm not gonna complain. It's I'm just trying to understand. So, anyways, and I also came in. How did I come in? I came in. Okay, 4 times in a row, all on my phone, and something different happened that does not happen when I go from my studio. So, anyways, I guess I just have to just work with it a little more. Um, I'm probably gonna be like, I should not have messed with anything. I kind of had it, but I like to see how things work. I like to kind of take it apart. That's a habit of mine. Um, and hopefully I'll find you all again. But over the past 4 days, I was able to achieve subscribers. I got subscribers from it. So I just have to just kind of keep working on it. I'm trying. Um, and oh, there you all. So see, that's what I'm talking about. This doesn't happen when I go live from my studio. Hi, but I'm here. I'm here. This is so nerve wracking. So I guess someday, in order to like enjoy an actual show that I put together, I'll have to somehow like invite you and talk about it, and then maybe go live first, invite you, but have the link. It's crazy. Why don't they just like it should it's just like I'm thinking it just works the same. So actually I have to like put down I'm going live from this studio, same channel on YouTube, just I had to create a different stream to do okay. I wonder how I messed that up along my journey, trying to figure everything out. Something that I'm just thinking maybe that I did. Uh, I am not able to help you, Crab, with your orientation. I'm not going to help you with that. So I I I mean I'm beautiful and handsome at the same time, and you're not going to experiment with me. So that is a no, Crab. But you're still welcome to hang out with us because it doesn't matter. Like I don't care of your preferences and the things you're into. I don't care. I'm just not gonna be a part of it. So it says, what are you up to? Um, well, I'm hanging out, and I wanted just to come in and say hello. It just kind of just get a feel for like h- how are you all finding me on my phone versus finding me through my studio. So the only way that I can get you to the studio if if I'm going to invite you. And you too, Crab. You're invited too, Miss Thing, Miss Crab. You're invited too. But it's like would be anybody who would like to join. He gave you a finger with a fingernail, big finger, big painted fingernail. Up yours, looking like a light bulb. I do kind of look like a light bulb. The light bulb that's above your head. It's the shape. I recommend it. Yes, and the only way that happens if I go live through the phone. Can you shout me out? Hi, Landon Kiefer shouts out. Hello. And by the way, I got the wrong tea. This tea is actually a blend. It's just for flavor. That's it. So so the past 4 days it's only been my energy. Everything I've been giving to you pretty raw. No caffeine. I'm doing pretty well. Do you do? Yeah. Yes, I do, Moj. It's gonna get on everybody's nerves, but yes, I do, Moj. Hello, beautiful people. It says insomniac. Yes, fellow people who cannot sleep. It's a reverse for me. It's like how people feel in the morning. I feel that way at 6 o'clock when you're like, I gotta get up, and you're trying to you're trying to get ready. That's what it feels like for me at 6 p.m. And then about 7 p.m. is like I'm like how like morning people seem like they just shine from the inside out. I mean, when they smile and you're like, oh gosh, please turn down the brights. I'm like that, but I'm not. I'm night. Yeah. It says, why do you like boys? I don't like boys. I don't like boys. I mean, but if you, I don't like boys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why would I like boys? That doesn't make sense. As in men, why, why would I like men? That doesn't make any sense. I don't think of you as worthy companions or like partners. I think of you more as like you need care. So it's always a one-sided relationship with me. Yeah. Like I'd say the issue with, okay, so the issue with the reason why I can't do men, I've put men through school. I've literally put men through school. I've literally, you know, saved lives, males' lives, literally. So I don't think of you as a companion. I think of you as, like a puppy. Like if I saw like a puppy and it was on the side of the road, I'm like, oh, and then I feed it or I pet it. You know, it's like, oh, that's a nice puppy, but I don't think like what comes to mind doesn't be like, I want to have your baby. I don't want to have your baby. I will create a whole female, and she'll come out of our imagination, and she will come have your baby. I would not want to be stuck with your responsibility. Uh-uh. It says, no, I guess I haven't met the right one. They say, oh, you would feel like that if you met the right one, but I haven't met one. I still have yet. I haven't seen them, but they talk a lot of you. I hear a lot of this, but guess what? no action. So you know what I mean? It's okay. So that's why I don't. I mean, why I don't think I can like boys, but males. By the way, that's men. Okay. Um, yeah. By the way, okay. You know how they say therapists in psychology, people who do that type of work, they can't trust anybody. All I do all day is speak to people's dark side all day, particularly about in the 90 percentile women. And then I speak to a few men. So you get it. I said 1,000 words. I see the like yeah, I see the not so charming side of people. So I'm just I'm hearing I'm insulted. No, no, seriously. Like I'm tapped into the wrong stuff, and it's just yeah. I see all the parts I'm seeing is not the part that's attractive. Okay, but however, clearly the people I work with, they're in love, so I help bring them together. It says, I'm having an apple. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds so good. An apple. I'm thinking a green apple. I love the white apples. Yum, 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 yum. I love the white apples. Apparently, someone else does too, because, I try to get it from this little store because all of their produce are fresh. I mean, like, you bite a grape and it's like, it's like a bug egg, and you bite into it. It's like it's grub, and then like it goes everywhere. It was so yummy, 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 yummy. Eat your grub, sweetie. Eat your grub. And yeah, I love those grapes. And the strawberries are like big and fresh. And so I always worried if I get it from the store, I'm always thinking I'm gonna get like they're just gonna put it in the bag and be like, because because it's not so fresh. For some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my brain, but it feels like this little store. But it's like everybody flocks to this store. And I'm the one saying, well, y'all just go to the grocery store, like a few miles up. Because they clean it out. So, yeah. Oh, and their cucumbers are so, oh my gosh. Like, they're organic. Yum, 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 yum. It says, would you please give me a reading? If so, any category is fine. Actually, choose a category and ask a very specific question because I, because everybody is gonna not want to hear your entire life story. I believe you're interesting. I know you're interesting, and also B is interesting as well. B is interesting. You're interesting, but I don't think everyone here probably they're not gonna want to hear your entire story because I'm gonna read. It's gonna sound like I'm reading a book. You see, and it's all gonna be about me like what's up with that? So I'm trying to say hi and shout me out. So yeah, be very specific in the chat. Someday, I don't know how I'm going to make it work, but I will say, okay, come on in, and I'll expand on like give you an actual like maybe a reading. But yeah, this doesn't feel like the right mood. Crab says, "Ooh, girl, get those, yeah, antioxidant." See, that's why you officially please put your hands in your pocket or get them out of your pocket. Yes, I am exodoxid. Yes, that's why I shine and glow. The poor deer that isn't good for your mental health. Oh, well, that's why I decided to since we're pulling out degrees, I actually have degrees, and then I cover all of that. Yep, and that's why you can't out scripture me. You can't out holistic me. You certainly can't out psychic me. That's out of the question. You're not. You don't have the. You don't have the juice. You know what I mean? And then the grit. You know, to hold it together. You know, I do. Like people would. People would look at you, look at me, look at you, look at me, and then they like, I want you. You know, like you're better than all the others. You know what I mean? You know, stay in your place. Maybe you attract track empathetic. No, attract pathetics. You had it right. Pathetics. You put some em in front of it. No, pathetic. I attract pathetics. Yeah, because yeah, I I attract pathetics who need things. Everybody always need you all. You all are needy to me, so I could never. It's just not. It's just not happening. The feeling has disappeared. So stop trying to figure me out because I'm not going to ever. I'm not doing anything ever. It's never going to happen because I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen because I've already made an agreement that it's not going to happen. I'm not interested. And you're only interested, and the more you like, well, you're this, you're that, you look like that. The more and more you get pulled in, and that's that. I know the story. I already know the drill. And there's nothing you say that I like. When you speak, I'm speaking what you're saying before you speak it. So it's just not. It's just not. It's not meant to be. Yeah. So if any psychic and you're, what about that? If they tell you anything regarding me, they're lying, or they're not. Either they're lying or they're not truly gifted. Except that I'm afraid of all the, yeah, okay, the pesticides and the bugs and the farmers. Yeah, just clean it up. Just clean it. Yeah, just clean it. I was saying you attract them. I don't attract them. They are attracted because for me to attract them, I would have to be attracted. I have to be calling on them, and I'm not calling on them for that reason. You all are. You're in a space where I don't where I'm not. You're creating, and you all have always you public have always done that all of, ever since the first time I met you, you create something that's not there. So I think you are telling yourself a fairy tale story that I haven't ordained. I haven't said it's allowed to exist, but but you know, sow your oats, you know, but because that's why I'm over here and safe and sound and nowhere you know where anyone around and you're over there and you're good. Now I will as I tell my clients, I there's no filter. So right now, usually there's a professional filter. So you know I would yeah. So there's no filter. There's no filter right now. You know I'm just saying. I'm speaking to you like we're in a bar. I feel like no, I'm just no. I'm only here for a drink, and I cover my own drink. That's fine. Thank you. That's it. That's all you need to know. If I need anything, I have all the right people, the right names and numbers to get a hold of them. I'm good. We're good. Stay over there with your predictable self. Literally predictable. Literally predictable. I know. I'm going to turn you off, and don't be trying to escape your soulmate for a one night. You know. Run. You know. Run. What do you call it? What do you call that? Route 66. Yeah. That never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Uh-uh. 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 So anybody else have any problem with me? This how I do mine. That's how I snap my fingers like a Samantha. Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, but yeah. Um, yeah. It says you're funny. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I'm so serious though. Hmm. So yeah. Hmm. So anyways, so you all are up nice and early. That's good. The good to see, and you're visiting. You all are. It sounds like you all are up wee early hours, like myself. That's yeah. Somebody said, yeah, fellow nocturnals, definitely, um, definitely alcohol free. This is the part of the party where it's like, oh yes, yes. You get in there and like nothing is happening. Everybody's like, it's loud, like you hear echoes, everybody's voices bouncing out the wall, and you're like, I thought they were gonna like bring out the bottles and the kids like everybody is sober. You can see the whites of their eyes. No, yeah, that's the what you just walked into. There's yeah. So yeah, get you have to kind of go up. Sometimes I experience like some sort of it happened to me twice today, where I just felt like I had the biggest like drink, so to speak. But all I did was talk to people and hearing their stories. It put me in this, I don't know what to call it, like nirvana. Like I achieved, I think nirvana means it's like an intoxication. That's how, when I was a youth, I would explain nirvana. But it felt like you, like you're sedated, I guess. Let me see what they say. Let me see. Mm, let me see. Yeah, I want to see if what their definition is. It's a cessation of desire, hatred, and ignorance. That doesn't sound very spiritual. It represents the cessation. Maybe, well, let me look up cessation. I might be misreading. In cessation. Okay. If there's sensation, is that, or cessation actually, is that cessation? The fact or process of ending or being brought to an end. Ah, there's sensation and then there's cessation, which means brought to an end. So it means to end desire, hatred, ignorance. The fact that you can end desire and hatred, that's kind of Bhagavad Gita. Well, Buddhism, I can see it's in Buddhism. Yeah, Buddhism, Bhagavad Gita, they hold hands. So, okay, so nirvana is defined as a state of ultimate liberation and freedom from suffering, particularly in Buddhism, of like desire, hatred, ignorance, leading to a blissful, that's what commonly I hear is the blissful state beyond the cycle of birth and rebirth. That's definitely Bhagavad Gita. In a broader context, nirvana can also refer to a state of paradise. Yep, that's another one. So that's two. The Yeah, like it's like paradise when you think imagine paradise and you're just over like stimulated, or heightened pleasure. That's me. Literally, it means blowing out or becoming extinguished. Okay, akin to extinguishing a flame. Ah, okay, putting out like blowing out a fire. In essence, nirvana is the final beatitude. Sounds very Christian. The beatitude is like beautification, like like I'm not saying anything wrong. I mean, like the aura of people, like wow, like they feel like there's colors around you. So okay, so then there's sought in Buddhism, transcending suffering. So transcendence is involved, and individual consciousness. Okay, yeah, that's what I experience. Yeah, but it feels like I've been avoiding saying high or intoxicated. I already said intoxicated, but something to that effects. But it's yeah. So that's almost I feel like I almost tapped into it right there. But it's not something that I force or seek after. It just sometimes it just happens. And I'm like, wow, but I'm actually quite sober. And then but it usually I notice that it happens whenever I'm in readings and at certain stages. The readings are very, um, it's like specifically about like how well and how far they've come in their lives. It's like I'm like okay, we have symbols that represent like a chalice or a cup, so it reminds me of that because that's what I begin to sort of imagine a cup of I don't know a cup of Nirvana of Nirvana, a cup of Nirvana, and I'm thinking, oh, so this is another, I guess, attribute of the spiritual path. Okay, so it's all of that. That's very interesting. Alicia, hello. Hi, Alicia. Good to speak with you. Good to see you. How was your day? How's your morning going? Mhm. Good to speak with you. Are you finding your way? Busy. Good to hear. I like busyness. Busy is good. Okay, today is, oh gosh, and it's Sunday. Okay. Uh, so I have one more, I kind of have a busy day, at least the first half of it, but I always try to write um, on Mondays. So I guess it's only as busy as I make it. Okay, yep, it's Sunday. All right. Oh yeah, I definitely have a busy day. Somebody, okay, so I have somebody who I'm working with, and they're trying to find their way, but it's like they feel like they're blindfolded. So I'm kind of acting as their flashlight, more or less. And yeah, they said, I'm like, they made it very clear, like, and I'm calling you tomorrow. In other words, you better be here tomorrow. I'm like, okay, I'll make sure I'm here. Oh yeah, oh exams, good. Get it. Oh yeah, results and pop up. Okay, singing competition. There you go. There you go. Singing competition, get all the trophies, get all of them. Yeah. Shoot, these days, I would, I'd be like I know I would be a beast because I'd be learning. Well, I already know it. I'd be learning how to read the music, how to sing the music, all the keys, the circle of fifth. I'd be, and then I would pick and maybe get your favorite instrument. I like I like the bass. The bass. I like the trombone. I wish I would have picked up the French horn. I just like the French horn. I don't think I want to play the French horn really. Just like I like the cello, but I don't think I want to play the cello. I think I like to hear the cello. I like to hear the French horn. To me it sounds like many voices. I can imagine when I close my eyes, I imagine people singing, even although it's the instrument. Yeah. Um, yeah. So I would do all that. But I did that. But I would do all that, and then I would. Oh, what would I do with it? I would start doing independent. I would start my independent journey early. like doing independent music early. I would, absolutely. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I sometimes, occasionally, it's so funny when you hear music that that you like I hear on like TikTok. I'm like, oh yeah, our team won like banners with that song. So like, there are certain songs I remember, so that when they play it, and a lot of the songs that we, also another weird synastry, a lot of songs that we performed, when we perform it, what we performed where you just stand and sing, and also there's a particular area where you have to, like the tryouts, because you have to be able to dance and sing and do tricks and all that. So then so you have to kind of like putting on a show, and and uh, oh, so the songs that my teacher must have been hip, because like she must have been a cool cat when she in her day, because all the songs that she picked from her era ended up on Supernatural. Because it's like every other song Supernatural was playing, like, that's my teacher's favorite song. That's the song she made us sing every day. And she was like, and don't you mess this up, because I gotta get ones for overall. We should get a one, and I want trophies. And so as an adult, like I think, like, yeah, last year I snooped, and I said they should be on the internet. And sure enough, I saw her picture, and she's on the gym floor. I remember that gymnasium. We decorated the gymnasium. Well, now she's decorating it, all surrounded with trophies all around her. And I was like, yeah, that's her. She's still well. She's very well these days. She's still doing her thing. And she used to talk all the time about going to Stonehenge, because she's a fiery red. So yeah, so she went. But I remember she had gone to Stonehenge when I was there. So I guess this must be either I don't know if that's the picture from back in the day, or she somehow managed to upload it, or she went again. So who knows? Who knows? So yeah, I hope you do well. But you said pop singing too. You said pop singing pop. Good, good. You can definitely get some money from. There's no doubt about that. There you can get money. I I was uh, approached by, well, the person sang, and but I took all the dance stuff, and I was asked to be in a music video. And it was so worried. They were saying, can you like learn the choreography like really fast? I'm like, I was playing it off like, yeah, I'll try. And they were like watching how I was doing it, the choreography. I know so. And this is the funniest thing. I was kind of in the corner, and I was like trying to observe and just kind of get in my mind, like, okay, because I think they showed me how to do it. I went and I contemplated it, and his wife comes up and kisses me right here on the and I looked up, nice interracial couple, married couple that is. But she came right behind me and just like, with I didn't think nothing of it, because she looked exactly like, like the I was biracial girls. that I would go to the movies with. We'd have fun, just kind of fun. And we'd watch Bad Boys and what there was a lot of movies. But anyway, uh, she reminded me so much of that. I didn't think nothing. So and then and what his he was wanting to create this sort of, I guess, where there's, I guess, the film and the stuff, and then he'd be in, I guess, somewhere in, I don't know if it's town square, I don't know what you call it, but I think it's somewhere up in New York, somewhere in New York, and he intended to have it playing above him while he sang his song, which he kind of also rapped a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, yeah. So there's definitely opportunities in that, like especially if you like really seek it, because what ends up happening is like there's people that's gonna try to do it, and but you'll come in there and do it correctly, whatever it is, you come perform correctly, and like every time I go to an audition, because I know how to follow the rules, I'm always doing well. When I was younger, when I was in that, that's my old career, my old life, I would always do well in auditions. I did so well that there were roles that were just simply not meant for me. It's not because I couldn't do it. It's because, you know, it wasn't quite the time to start introducing, like, where the conglomerate of different colors of the rainbow. Well, not quite yet. We weren't quite there because they were like, no, they look like this. They got, but they said, but you're so good. We like wanted you to. Oh, by the way, I studied dialects. In fact, I was so good at it that the school let me have the book of dialects. The dialects, of course, you know what dialects are, right? Dialects are the different languages. So high school performing is innocent. World performance, it's what they need. They need a whole family that is, from India. They're gonna find a whole family from India. It's not like school. Like, okay, we've run out of, like, can you be a farm girl? Can you put on this wig and just kind of just stand there? You don't have to say anything. Just we just need four girls, but we're short-handed. so, so yeah, it's not like that in the world. The innocence of high school performance, and well, anyway, they let me literally have that book of dialects, and I was going through all of the different dialects. So I understand like how they correlate, because some roles that I played. So that's why sometimes when I do catch myself like listening to, because now I know why I was blessed to be in a world like that, because now I speak to people who have accents. And I'm like, wow, now I'm really hearing a Russian accent. I'm really hearing a Norwegian accent, or a British accent, and so forth on, or African accent, or a country accent. Now people, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, people really, really have that dialect. Mhm. Yeah. So, but yeah, but once you find your way, though, once you find your way, or you will, like, the doors will just fling open. So I tend to, what they call it. Now well, what allowed me to have like television space was that, as you know, I'm very energetically glowing. So they put me on UK's television station, and in fact, on the station, I was the first person that you saw in the morning, and would have to come in or get set up at 4 a.m. in the morning every morning. And the persons who were sort of like producers said, "You know what you need to do?" And I said, "You need to take speech classes. Take speech classes and public speaking classes." Like, got it. But yeah, I'd wake up in the morning and they put me in that position, and so that's how I began like getting a taste of like I hadn't at that time I hadn't discovered internet really. But I understood. Well, that was kind of like an introduction to going live because the way that it was set up is that, of course, I could go live, and of course, I had my whole, I'm very good at staging. I wonder why. So I would create a stage, and then I would turn on my cam, and then they, in turn, would broadcast me out to Europe, and I had to basically be very like this is medium speed. I had to be like very positive and like do readings. I did one for Thanksgiving. I did an entire hour of Thanksgiving. Kind of like a spiritual blessing for Thanksgiving, Europe. So, yep. And still to this day, I am their psychic. And by the way, people in that culture, like in the motherland cultures, the origin cultures where we all come from, they treat their psychics much differently. Like we're on par with like they treat us like we're important because they really hold the value of a psychic and the abilities. They always thanking me for heaven's gifts. But they say, thank you of your gifts. But I'm always saying, heaven is great, heaven's nice. um, and yeah, they just and it's like that all across the East is what I've noticed. Yeah. Now I'm not bagging on West. The West, they, the Carl Jung kind of like prepared us for it's like you're gonna need this information that's from the East. I'm gonna bring it to you. You're gonna need it. And whether all like the Christian sciences, like, oh gosh, they're gonna need it. Because he went over there for over there. And he came back with his mind wide open. In fact, he's the one that wrote also about archetypes and things like that, and the dynamics of personality. Of course, he matched it to into like psychological terminology, but what is derivative from is actual like Eastern Kabbalah systems, meditation, things like that. hmm Yep. And in fact, these cards right here, and also I have like a book, a text kind of like it's like a textbook, and it's pretty much his works. Um, but he's not even the beginning because then you have like metaphysics is actually written by Aristotle. That's a book. Metaphysics is not made up. It's actually Aristotle wrote an entire book called Metaphysics. He says, I want um, humanity, society. He wrote it. He says, this is a tool for society to have. And he had to convince the other philosophers that to treat it like a science, something of necessity. And so he had to define what makes something a science. He says there needed to be a tool where people can work on themselves inwardly and also look to find answers not only within themselves but also their connection to God or gods and how the universe and the world works around them. And so hence all of these branches of psychology come from those works. In fact, they use his words. Of course, metaphysics is a thing. He wrote the book. But like like if you do spells, they say metaphysics. So I don't. I'm just saying, but it's okay. Like okay, my school calls it metaphysical sciences. So then there's that. Not to say that other philosophers, like his best friend Plato, like they didn't, or and other ones didn't have a hand. They had their own ideas and their own concept, which is, I mean, you can very much see the difference. There's not really much similarities. Um, mhm. So yeah, so well, have a yeah, do you gotta yeah. Don't worry about the exams. Let me do. I'm gonna read your highest vibrations on your exams. People who are college, like they're freshly entering college, always like they reach out, they like, "What's up with me? Why am I so worried about my exams? Or why can't I focus? I have exams." So yeah, I just want to read your energies. Just I want to read around the situation around the exam, but I'm reading at your highest vibration, so no worries. And I'm professional, so I just wanted to see what's going on. When I connect with the exams, what I can see is universe, what can you give us about these exams? Exams, okay. Options, okay. Stability, stable, okay. Sounds like you're grounded. You've made peace with it, okay. Um, the work, to do the work, to the perform, to create. It says you're on the right path. Investing, yes, of course you are. This is like take the route, take the leader route, the route, planning. You're planning, plan it. You're planning. Oh boy. Okay, so how far did we go? Okay, help. What do you need help with? Um, the past. Don't wait. Oh, you have to learn. You're smart, Alicia, but don't wait too long to ask for help. That's the big lesson. All the rest you got this exam. You got it. But not necessarily pertaining to the exam, but the wisdom is don't wait till you're so far along and whatever you need to help with is so far in the past. Don't wait too long to ask for help. That's what they said. And you have to ask because that means you have to speak that, by the way, because it has silence. Like you work on things quietly. Like you maintain your privacy, I guess. But then it comes across as I have my secrets. I have my secrets too. But they said like important things where you could use help is what it said. Help. I was gonna say assistance. Yeah, don't wait too long to get that. Don't wait too long to actually say, I could use a little, I could use a hand over here. Yeah, good. Yeah. So good vibrations, good energies for the exam. Oh, by the way, yeah, we are going to eventually get into metaphysical studies, like type stuff, like spiritual studies and things like that, but not like a, you know, like a classroom setting stuff type of thing. I'm not gonna be over here playing teacher or anything like that and creating modules. Not in that sense, but we're like I'll introduce things in an interesting, fascinating way, so you can have a few laughs about it. I'll do that. But that's a little bit farther up into the future. A little farther up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me see. How far am I? Okay. Oh wow. They just sprinting in here. People just be sprinting. I don't know what it is. What is the difference? Like, what's the like from going live from my laptop versus going live? I don't know the difference. Whatever that difference is. I have no idea the difference of going live versus the phone. The phone catches you all for some reason, and while because I went live first on the from the studio, and then right after I went live to the phone, and yeah, nothing on the laptop. All things happen with the phone. So I'm thinking that I'll have to use going live in this by the studio is whenever I'm doing shows. When I do shows, and it's gonna, we're gonna have a lot of or there'll be a lot of activity. So I guess this one is more like getting used to interacting with you all, I guess. Um, and setting you all straight on things, how this is gonna go. I'm telling you how this is gonna go because that's what I do. I tell people what to do. So with their lives, that's my job. So I'm gonna definitely do it like like a teacher is always a teacher. A law enforcer is always a law enforcer. So yeah, I tell people what to do. I'm always telling people what to do. So I'm gonna tell you what to do. A psych is always like observing you. Always like like I'm not on the clock. I'm observe. I'm like, that's a psych major doing like. So I'm always yeah. This is it. That's what I do. So I think people are in for. It seems like I get like one or two that's always like that. I think I'm gonna like people are gonna get like awakenings. Like oh my gosh, what are you? I did a True Blood reference. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm supposed to be go checking on something. Okay, let me see. So I can. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Okay. Here, I can set this as safe. Okay. So it's actually a very good day. A nice day, and um, this day is only partly busy. I mean, it's gonna carry me out throughout most of the day. Got turned on the mic. Oh gosh, while I'm at it, I know this works. So you guys have already proven to me how to go live, and I thank you. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Ah, that much better. A little bit more slack. Okay. Yeah, I am considering getting. I'm creating a stage area, but I'm giving myself a week to do it. But I've been kind of thinking about wanting my microphone a little bit more like in the center there. In fact, while I'm speaking to you guys, a little closer. There we go. There. So, okay. So, let's see. Taking advantage of getting my cards right and shuffled. There. So I can start them off fresh. There we go. So I gotta make sure these are shuffled. That way I don't have to shuffle them as much as I begin to work. Oops. All right, so now I'm ready. There. Whew. Got them shuffled. Now I'm relaxed. I'm centered. Um, yeah. So it's actually a very good day still. Oh my gosh. No caffeine, by the way. This is a blend. So no caffeine. And so all of this energy is coming from myself. Okay. The good thing is I'm definitely balanced. I feel much more calm. So that's a good thing. And I'm just getting ready for this next journey. So, yeah, so many good things are going to happen because we're going to talk about how the the experience of those who I'm working with, how their minds are expanding. We're going to talk about a lot of those things. So definitely during our conversations, which by the way, I'll be sure to go live via the phone. So I'll be going live at 10 from my phone, doing readings, and not only that, lessons will come through. Um, you already know I'm not gay. I'm not a lesbian. I'm not gay or lesbian. So you already know that. Okay. Yeah. No lesbian stuff. No gay stuff. Okay. Um, for me, to me, but yeah. But oh, yeah. I have a few people. I have okay. There's somebody before who should be well. I have some have already graduated. They just entered in. They're like freshmen, but I have some that should be graduating now from like as engineer. So I have one engineer that's a boy. I'm saying boy because I read with him, he and his mom, and then there's a girl, and she's more like she's becoming a model. So she's kind of like in the, I guess, in the school magical world of modeling and things like that and beauty. And uh, but she's doing the like the type of modeling where I guess you do it as, like you're like exotic locations. Like she's on the islands, doing this. And then, yeah, it's reading with her is always interesting. One more. I have one that is actually stage performance. She sings like she does like, well, she's being classically trained in Europe, but her career is putting her on stage, but she's also on stage, but she's also traveling. Oh, and there's another one who is uh she okay, now this one's a bit strange. She wants to do indie music. Her man does indie music, and they can do indie music together, except for one thing. Her teacher cannot get her to go to class, and seemingly neither can I like, go to class, go to class, and everything. Door opens up. He welcomes her back. I'm ready. He won't welcome me back. He's gonna be angry. He welcomes her back, and she's like, she's ready. Then um, the reading always resets, like it resets. He says, "Well, we're gonna ever, are we gonna ever be, performing on the stage, performing indie music? Because that's what I really want." And it's like, well, the thing is, you have to be prepared and you have to be trained. You have to train your voice, and even though it feels like it's meaningless, it's tedious, you don't have to. You'll catch on when you on the spot, and then when she goes and he says, "Okay, fine, right there, right now, do scales, do the major scales." And when he's like, and it doesn't work out, it's like, see, you need this. So, and I realizing that, yeah, it doesn't just turn on. You don't just go on a platform and just turn on. You have to. It's either there, you have it because you trained it. You trained for that. You trained your voice for that. So, but I haven't spoken to her in a while, nonetheless. But the others I speak to, it's like every other month. So, but I am keeping an eye on them. So, yeah, I'm used to like the young adult getting them to move more towards entering into the world of education and the world of becoming whatever in the world that they're meant to become. It's interesting because sometimes people will ask, like, where do I see their careers going? And they kind of want to know what they're going to be doing once they graduate. So that's another like priority question. Like, these are questions like are hidden. People will typically ask about career, but they rarely ever ask like what directions, because a lot of these readings, it's also going to like kind of like what they're going to decide, like exactly what they're going to focus more on while in school. Whether or what school they should attend, because there's some schools that are like they're known for like their science department. So some people call in and allow me to read like which school. And yeah, it's always amazing as it works. Oh, and the other one is, I mean, like, time's so like this person must be in an accelerated, or how does time fly? Because already planning graduation. This year is about, they're doing they call it, it's called work work experience. They're on right now. They're on work experience, and they have only one more year to complete. They complete, and then they're done, and then they go to, well, the daughter is going to come work with the mom. And by the way, the mom is royalty. um, and who, by the way, opened up. she does mental health, and she cares for like special needs. Her clients are special need. I mean, she goes to fight for them, but she also understands her boundaries. Like you know, she's not going to let anybody stress her out or change the dynamics of her life. She has a daughter who's in college. She hires her family herself. She makes the decisions. Doesn't mean she has to wear pants. I bet I know, I have a feeling she likes to wear dresses. Uh, and she's also, looking for a capable partner. Um, oh, and she has twins. Did I mention that? She has twins. So it's absolutely, um, no, uh, like, you know, getting her off her path. It's like, I mean, she knows exactly why she's here on this earth to do and for, and she has like many connections. Well, anyway, if everything goes according to plan, she'll be traveling actually. So that's nice. But this type of travel, she needs time to travel, like, as in being to herself, just she and maybe the twins. So she's trying to help her map I mean, she has like is associated with like many homes or property for her clients. By the way, special needs, and of course the outside world, or like the structures are always you know trying to. They came for her, and they end up all of them, not one of them, all of them end up resigning. They said, well, we're gonna like look into your files, and then it's like everything happened in reverse, and whatever happened and whoever opened their files, to answer the fact that they said they're going to open up her files. When they open up their files, all of them resigned. So mhm, yeah, don't don't lay claims on people that I guess you might be involved in yourself. Make sure you're not involved in it yourself if you're going to involve other people. If you don't lay claim that other people are into things or doing something, make sure that you yourself are not doing those very same things. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Uh, 7D. I don't know the difference. I wish I understood this a little better. Well, let's see. What about okay, no, analytic. Hmm. I don't know which one is better. If I like to go live from the studio, I have no idea whether if the studio is better or if the phone is better. I kinda am missing my studio right now, but although I like my studio, yeah, I like my studio. So I definitely will continue to work on the studio and figure out like what is going on, like why does the phone work one way and this the laptop does something different. I tried it out to see. Unless now, here's the interesting part. Uh, I thought I saw people entering into the live, but again, this one is like there's like 76 views, something like that. And when I was on the laptop, it was zero. Like nobody was in that one. So it's like, oh, I'm just here by myself. So yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's the difference between. But anyway, but I'm definitely, absolutely, unequivocally certain that going live by the phone is doing something. And every day, more and more people are dropping in, and people are chatting more, and yeah, I'm getting more views. But I like going through them in the studio because I think I get uh, more watch hours. I kind of think that. I think I'm getting more watch hours by going live on my studio. So I got to figure that out. But nonetheless, it's doing its thing. I shouldn't be complaining. Yeah. Okay. So, hmm, oh my, oh my. So yeah, I need to create a stage. The stage is going to. I think I'm going to have this. Oh, what is that? I don't know what this one is. Hold on. Does this mean anything? Oh, oh, I can turn. I can literally turn off the camera. Okay. Now it would be. It can't do vertical though. Or does it? Nope. It gets fresh. It's antsy if I try to do vertical. Okay, so I can't do the vertical. Never mind. So I gotta figure out a way how to do that. Whoops. Okay, we're back in control again. So I can plan for it to go to do vertical. I can kind of put on a show, kind of. So I'll figure that out some way. Hmm. Mm, yeah, it's kind of malfunctioning. Oh boy, that's not the way I wanted it. I need to. I need to create my studio space. So I need to go over there, move things around, get my studio space in order. Let's see. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. Okay, here. Mm, there. Oh, I just had to kind of give it a little bit of there. Um, hmm. Actually, hmm. I might actually get my way. So I might be thinking about this all wrong. I forget that we're still dealing with Mercury in Gemini stuff. I know we're in the sign for Cancer, but we're still dealing with basically finding solutions. But in order to get to the solution, what you think you know, or how you thought you knew it, you have to scratch that. So this is kind of blowing my mind that, and all this is definitely Gemini. Mercury technology going live and figuring it all out and figuring out like you all respond to my phone and not my live. It's insane. So this means that yeah, I'm gonna have to like yeah, that I think that's for shows, creating shows. I guess that's what it means. So I'm okay. I'm not gonna let it worry me. I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna keep it positive and I'll just keep developing, keep growing. So um let's see. Okay. And oh, by the way, so I have another superpower, which is I'm a bit of a chef, and I keep having this vision about this meal that I'm intending to create. Oh my gosh, I can like it's gonna have the right seasoning. It's gonna have everything. Um, but I'm making it like it's like a dip, but I'm gonna have like my favorite meats and things like that. Oh yeah, oh I can't wait. It's gonna be so delicious. I have this gift where um like I start thinking about herbs and then I just know what to do with them. That's no I like oh my gosh, ooh, that's gonna, ooh, that, put that in there. And it's like in my mind, I know it's gonna, I already know in my mind, mentally, I already know it's good. And then I do it and I'm like, that was delicious. So I'm getting that vision again. Oh, by the way, it always happens definitely close to August. The closer we get to August 15th, for me, the veil is thinning. And so new and more information is going to come in spiritually. So I can't have a lot of, it's not going to be anybody over like when I'm experiencing this has nothing to do with intimacy. It's not, it's intimacy as in interceding, but don't get me wrong. There is the tarot cards in here that represent the lovers. Oh, here, Venus. She's here. But no, no. I'm getting some wonderful insights from spirit, and I can't have people around. So, and also I need to get ready because eventually people will begin to make sense. I think there's always going to be one or two that kind of trying to find their way. Oh, here they are. See, love. We have love. See, there's love. It's not bad. But what I symbolize liberation. So that means, yes, ultimate freedom, but also liberation. And that runs deep. Um, and which I mean liberation as in, when I say you have the freedom to enjoy and not feel like you have this inner monologue that you're tied into people, I mean liberated from that. hmm Even, I mean, including that part. So it's gonna be a good day. I promise. It's gonna be a good day. The sun will come up. The moon. I just like to use these because they're big and I can just show, they're for kind of like show and tell. This one's very fascinating. This is the Judgment card, but it's also the planet Pluto. This card or planet represents also the age of Aquarius. hmm You say, wait a minute, I thought that Uranus is a planet of age of Aquarius. Indeed, it is. But the way that we know which age we're in, we look to Pluto. And Pluto is also the planet of banking systems, of the world's banking systems or banking systems. That's why everybody wants it. And by the way, Pluto is a planet. It's not only a planet, it's a major planet. It's been reinstated since 2019. Also, it's under a new classification, and it's at honorarily, so by honors, as a honorary the first of its type of lists of planets like it. But yeah, it's a major planet now. hmm I'll have to do another live on that. And I couldn't believe it. Some people are still like going based, like, you know, telling the story like it's 2014. I'm like, wait a minute. No, uh, Pluto is a planet now. um, but I'm exhausted trying to go against the wave of wrong information. I'm just going to start just speaking, because if I study, if I say fixated on that, there's amazing conversations just by simply just like reading the cards. Amazing information comes through, like other things that I can talk about that I should talk about rather than like run around correcting people all the time. Like, find something. I'm telling myself, find something to do. So but yeah, it just used to get to me because I'm like, I studied for hours to correct that information, and then you just come in and you just say anything, and then it's like, oh yeah, yeah, and I'm like, now things have gotten bad if I'm a psychic, right? So I'm over here saying that's not science. It's gotten bad. Design and offering and recognition. Um, the rebel. It says the rebel. To me, it looks like it's backwards, but it's the rebel. Um, a plan. Okay, what am I? Okay, learning to the destiny life path. Okay, this is all inspiring. To the beauty, to life, there is always something better. There's always something better. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. That information right there, that piece of information I just read could go in a book. So, yeah. Or I could have sent that piece of information to my clients. My clients would say, thank you. And actually they pay for the service. So like, yeah, tell them that's what I should do. Or I could, of course, say it on my live because, then people can learn as we go. Let's see here. And so, okay, I'm gonna let you in on something about myself. So, when I was in school, I went to a Christian school, and my pastor, or the pastor, is was the dean. I almost call him a deacon, and he'd, he would come back and say, "Hey, I was never the deacon." He's the dean, and so I would because it's a Christian school, one of the courses was Bible. So I would go to the students would have to sit at the the two rows in the front, either the one or the within the first two rows up front, and so we would I would take notes to his sermon and write an essay. But before I would go, I had my Bible, and I would randomly go like this, and I would close it, and I promise you, it never felt. I'd walk out the door and I would forget the card is in there. The funniest thing is, like his the family, right? The church family would also be sitting in the front, and where they would sit and designated like right center, the wife and so forth. And I'd be sitting there, and there would be like, like ladies in wait and all that, around, and people behind you. And he was like, turn to, I would turn, and then it would open right up. And the deck of card I would have was, my first deck of card was like very lustrous and bright. It looked like the dream world, and it smelled so delicious. It smelled like grapes. Uh, and yeah, it would just be like right there. And every time it was, and I don't know why I didn't learn from the first time, but every time my heart would stop, and I go, one time I had the lovers, and of course I showed you the lovers, two naked people. I was like, I turned in, and there were two naked people. I'm like, and I could have sworn in my peripheral, the lady was, but I just kept flipping. But anyway, so yeah, so I have this just in case somebody, I don't read from this one. I read from the languages into the English, but I use this one to understand what other people are looking at, because they're misinterpreting, because yeah, they don't add up the same when you read them. And, when you read it, well, you already know that they don't add up the same, and thus they don't make sense to the Western mind. It won't make sense, because the Western mind is like, what do you mean you didn't rob him for everything he had? So that's, yeah. So yeah, that yeah. Um, Also, Psalms 119. Each, I guess, psalm corresponds to a higher arcana. Yeah. Like there's 22 of those, there's 22 of these. Yeah. So, and it's, yeah. I love metaphysical science. I love esoteric symbolisms. It definitely helps me. That's why I'm gonna always produce like high quality predictions. My predictions are always so, they're just always on point. They're always true. They're always accurate, right down to the day. Like people say, "Am I going to work tomorrow?" They're going to come. Yes, you're going to work tomorrow. Yes, on Wednesday you'll be able to go have surgery. Yes, yeah, yeah. And then it comes true. Yeah. So, um, and yeah, yesterday when I was telling the story, how my clients are beginning to ascend, they're in their ascension. It was emotional for me. I'm just like, oh man, wow. And a few of them remind me, like, I know you don't remember this, but we've been reading for like 2 years. Like 2 years ago, it's like you're telling me. In other words, I remember. She knows I remember, but she's like, we've been talking like over 2 years. I know they're thinking like, how long are you intending to stay here? They know they're on borrowed time. They know I'm not staying there forever. They know I'm not. But they know I'm not. But I keep saying I'm going to hold on to them. I'll never let them go. And I don't see a reason to not work with them, because it doesn't take away from what I'm doing throughout the day. Like I'm literally when I start working with them, it's from in my time. Okay, their time is like into like 4 p.m. or something. They're thinking like it's something crazy. Like you've been here all morning, and it's like I'm literally getting ready to go have dinner. But what little do they know, I actually started at brunch my time, and I leave them at at lunchtime. So it's only from brunch to lunch. but they but it's an illusion, and they think that, oh wow, it's like, uh yeah, you just really hate to see people work, don't you? But I love them. Um, well, they considering we nearly speak. I mean, we speak so often. Of course, I do. Want to see them excel in everything they do. So yeah, my gosh. But it's funny that when like we okay, so we're talking and they're trying to tell me, like, it sounds like it's undercover, like they try to, like, because they know they can't, like personal information like that, but there's like they're trying to, like, yeah, yeah, I have like my big profile on, oh, over here, and yeah, 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 and so I'm like, but I never, check it out. They tell me like the name, the location, the name of the business, the location, and the state, and and the town, and what's around it. Like, But I'm like, you, watch and see. You're gonna get the grant, and then they get the grant, and they're like, I see. I told you to Google it, but they got the grant money, like, in their front pocket. So that's the way that I read. Hmm. But um, just for a little seed. That's all I needed, was a little seed, and look what it got me. It got, now I'm in a position where you all. This is like my fourth, or is it my fourth or fifth? Like fifth. Well, anyway, like 4 days in a row, people have found me, and I'm actually interacting with people. I'm starting to do. I did a reading today. Um, yeah. So, universe gifted me something that's in my heart. No, the universe knows I've been really working on my channel, and that's what universe did for me. So I know other people like, I got other plans for you. Like, no, you don't. No, 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 you don't. So that's why I'm so, like, so a bit so focused, because I've I found it, and I know that, I actually, the best ones who tell the story are the ones, who, like, they get up and talk about it. Like, you find it, and then people think it's through you, they have to attain it themselves. They said it. There is like, oh, there it is right there. I know that. So, hmm so anyway, my clients began to display spiritualism, not only spiritualism, but the gifts, their intuition. They start having powerful dreams, vivid dreams, esoteric, symbolic dreams. Um, Listening to their intuition, spirit. They're sending out like they're affirming things while we're reading, because they're speaking and thinking correctly, and they're like, yes, yes. It's like, yes, let's manifest. And all of them, the woman and the man and the woman, and this is beautiful. And then all of a sudden, you all start showing up in my chat box. I'm like, I'm no longer the only one writing in my chat box. I have lives where I've gone live, and I even had visitors, but I would be the only one chatting I would, like, chat things in the chat box. Oh, I do have lives where I literally was the only one chatting my chat box. But I left those lives up. I don't get embarrassed, because I like I'm always in company of something. Some being, if it's not a human being, it's a spiritual being. I'm always in good company. Also, I've actually been in lives where it's just me and on the phone the whole time. So it's like, well, I am making money. So, and I'm speaking to my favorite client, my favorite, is absolutely amazing to interact with. Like, I'm no time to be pouting about my live right now. The idea that I can go live right now is amazing. So yeah, yeah, I'm thankful that you all came to visit. Thank you. I'm clapping so hard right now. Get it, don't stop. Get it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Um, yeah. Well, um, it is okay. We made it to we've done 2 hours, something like that. That's not that's not bad. We're not doing bad. No, we're not doing so bad. Okay. Um. hmm, Whoops. Let's see. Whoops. Oh boy. Okay. Which is what are we working with? Um, we're working on it. We're working on it. So I guess it just kind of balances out. It kind of balances itself out. Okay. All right. I'm trying to open my mind on this. Oh, by the way, so so my inspired uh, little potluck that I keep imagining myself creating, it's ground beef, red ground beef, and of course seasoning. You got onion powder, but onion. Um, I like red pepper. Okay, I like it. And then including like the bell pepper, things like that. If you want the tomato, um, things like that you might think of like the vegetables that you could uh, I'm not lettuce. You're going way out there if you, but lettuce is okay. I like lettuce. I have to have it. Lettuce. What's lettuce with? Or not on a taco? No lettuce. What? So I mean, you could do that. Okay, so once that's done, the next day, then you sour cream, right? Like you get sour cream throughout. Um, oh, and before you do the sour cream, you have to. Okay, so while you're like a steam with the ground beef and the vegetables, but you gotta move quickly because we wanted the vegetables to simmer, and then everything to like the flavors to mix in. But I kind of like fresh and I like crunch a little bit. Some like fresh, not quite like where it's completely absorbed they say the nutrients, even if it's into the meat or whatever. I like still to know that a tomato's a tomato and yeah. So then there's the kicker, adding like some essence of barbecue sauce with it. Oh, excuse me. teeth almost came out. Excuse me, sorry. Mm. And then you mix it around, and then you put it in the. Then you put it about. Then bring out the sour cream, and you get it in there. You know, however much. But I love sour cream, so I'm gonna have fun with that. And then, but oh wait a minute, not yet. Remove the sour cream. You gotta okay, getting a picante like sauce. You can do picante or whatever the speed you like. But you know like Taco Bell sell their hot sauce in the jars of Taco Bell sauce. And right now, I'm like, they went all out to make um, I forget the name of it, the specific one. I know what it looks like if I saw it. Okay, hold on. I gotta go find it. I can't think of taco, you know, sauce. Yeah, what's it? Diablo. The Diablo. So yeah, you gotta get the Diablo in there, on there. I like a lot of Diablo, like a lot of sauce on it. Oh, gotta get the sauce on it. Then the sour cream comes, and then you get the sour cream in there. You might even put some sour cream in there, just like so you can kind of put in different sections, and then the sour cream that's gonna go with the salsa or okay, the hot sauce, and then the chips. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So I don't, it's like I have been dreaming that, like, for the past 24 hours. I'm like, thank you, thank you, Heavenly Chef. I am going to definitely try that. You bet your bottom dime. But I always get these, and when I was young, I said every time I get these, they're always perfect, by the way. I think it's like it's a spiritual gift because every time I think these things, it's never been a time that I said, ugh, I thought I was trying something new, and in my head it's like it's looked like no. Every single time it's been a knockout. Every single time I've nailed it. So I think I'm gonna really like this one. So I've been preparing my spirit for this for the like it's been for the past 24 hours. I was thinking about it kind of like it was like I think it was like afternoon somewhere. Like it was like around like 2 or 3 and I was like, yeah, that is does sound good. It sounds like a but here's the kick. The thing that is outside of the realm is the fact that you're adding that barbecue flavor to into the meat. That's the that's the add-on. Anyway, when I try it, I'll come back and tell you what it was like. And I guarantee you, I did not mess it up. And I will. Oh, and I even imagine I dreamt myself saying, "Okay, it's called it's called bad bowl." You got to say it like bad bowl. What is this? What is that called? Bad ass bowl. Because in my vision, I wrote it out and then I put it on in front of the bowl. I was like, that's what it's called. It's delicious. It's hot. So yeah. So I've been dreaming that I'm gonna create that at some point. Yeah. Like it also happened like so I like to I don't know if it's called collecting seasonings. So yeah, I like to kind of like get seasoning that I never like new season that I just maybe I've had it but I never noticed it. So But red pepper for me is definitely like a go-to. You have to have. Well, I feel like I have to have red pepper. But I tried different ones. But for some reason, um, yeah, I do get it right. I have a feeling I'm gonna get this one right as well. Mhm. Yeah. No. But it should be a distractor because I was getting notifications and uh, they know I love Chinese and they're like sending me they hit me with a message like the first words they say is, "Oh, don't worry, we got you." That's what the message was. Don't worry, we got you. I clicked on it. I did click on it. I was seeing all like the rides, scene rides. I was like, oh gosh. California rolls. I looked. But yeah, I'm not going. I'm doing good. I'm not staying away from that for now. But yes, but my fight there is not over either. But yeah, I think I have a really good idea. I think I have the better idea. So I'm gonna try it and then I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna say, yeah. By the way, I tried it. Yeah, it's another win. And I did once upon a time I did start a sort of like when I would get these, I'd write it down. But I don't. I'll be honest with you, I don't keep up with it. I never keep up with them. And I keep getting new ones. I get it's like one every year. It's like one at least every year I get. So I I'm I am I always tell myself I know how to go back. I can go back and remember, recall, but I'm not sure. So, but I just never had the idea. I'm always looking for the like, okay, what else is the universe going to reveal to me? So I never think of it like, oh, I'd like to have that again. It's like, well, let's try something different. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about over the past few hours, well, a few hours, 24 hours, and it's 2:35 a.m. in the morning. I don't think I'm going live until 10. 10 o'clock is good. 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then I think I'll be ahead. Well, I'm doing well right now, so that's really not a reason for me to come in early. Anyways, I want to go live from I guess, on my phone, since that's what everyone responds to and do my readings. But the moment I reach 3,000, um, then I can start creating like a designation where people can watch the actual shows. So I guess that's what that means. I guess this universe saying, why are you trying to do shows in the public section? Do shows like for memberships, for members. Like when people are familiar and they subscribe, then invite them maybe through the community board where kind of like here's a message to subscribers. Hey, I'm doing this. Or go live first, let you know I'm going live again. Put the link to the other show in YouTube, all YouTube for some reason. Then they can just click on it and come straight on to the next. It's not channel, but it's a different live in YouTube. The one where the all the good features are that I want to share. So I guess I have to kind of like this is growing. Like every time that I'm interacting, this is getting bigger and bigger. Like people who are coming in and writing and typing is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Also, and there's more people that's been coming in as well. Well, like the past few days, it's gotten like 90, like so it's reached up to like 90, 80, 55. Yeah, so definitely for me, people are coming in and more people are chatting in the chat box with more and more chats. Anyway, thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for all those who, you chatted your opinions or your 2 cents. I appreciate them. I really do. And well, yeah. I go. Let me see what it looks like. I can find out. Yeah, I can. Like, yeah. I mean, I gained actual subscribers. Oh, and Clarissa Shields, she won. She has such a code of ethic, a wonderful code of ethic. What? I've only gone live from my phone 3 times. I was making it like I was like, isn't this the fourth time? I was making like it's a big deal. Well, so this one's number. No, I've gone 3 days in a row. I'm sure of it. Yeah. Oh, four. Here they are. Four. That's right. One, two, three. Actually, five. So I've done this 5 times with success. And 97 views, 65, 92, 55. And this one is 70 something, 78, I believe. So, yeah, getting better. It's getting better. Thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And, oh, and as for my trial, I can delete it. I think, what? Where is it at? Okay, live. Where, oh boy, where is it at? Huh? Okay. Did I delete it? I needed to delete it. Yeah, that's 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Nada, nothing. Okay, go ahead and delete that. Okay. And so, yeah, uh, definitely additional. Ooh. So, oh, and I don't know, uh, like, let me think about it. Before I say it, let me think about it. This time is genuinely nothing, like no critiques, nothing like that. Um, like I know I have useful information, but I'm gonna do my best not make a big deal about it. So, have you noticed that I'm not putting up anything um, where you can like gift or anything like that? Yeah, so that's a good thing. I'm not doing that. I'm actually routing that. Well, I'm keeping it very much YouTube. So yeah, so I'm gonna create where people will interact with YouTube, and yeah, and you'll just do that if you want. So anyway, I'm not gonna make it a big deal. You know, like yeah, uh, people can use a little bit of insight. Okay, I have my clients, so that's a good thing. So I'm in a place where, in a position where I can also decide. Um, it's gonna. I mean, of course, it would frustrate people. I guess like, if I only had your gift, yes, we know. Um, as long as you're not me with the gift, you won't find that, you're limited. You're like, you're outside and you have to find your own way. So I have my gift and this is my way, and I'm in a place where I can now say, all right, I don't have to ask for gifts because I have my clients. And so as people like, like, I really, I could use this information. If you have it, if you don't, it's fine. I'm like, yeah, here it is. And not have to like worry, like, oh, you don't have to, you can share your gift and not have to worry. No, no. I'm already booked for tomorrow. I'm already booked. So we're good. So I hope I can, that's my way of I guess I'm saying I do care. I do care. But I just want to make sure that where is it at? I want to make sure that I do what it was meant to be done. It was meant to give information that's useful. That's what was done. So I'm trying to I want to keep it like that. And then I can do what we do, when it comes to what what I've always done. And that's what made people who, when I get too close and was thinking that, this way the world works. If you just believe hard enough, work hard enough, don't do that. Um, it's that, like, if you want to go, play, you just create that. You just create. You imagine. Oh, yeah, I'm going over here. I'm going to do this. The last thing you're thinking is that somebody is in their right mind, but also with having the authority to be like, no, no, you can't do that. What do you mean? I'm not even in the clock. This has nothing to do. Yeah, the world really does not work that way. It just doesn't. So now that I've detached from all of that, now I can play at night. I can play at night. There's no one's gonna like read my phone. Hey, do you mind coming in? No one's gonna be like, where are you? I couldn't believe. When I thought about it, like, wow, that is the way they talked to me. And when they sent me emails, like, they were actually yelling. They weren't talking, and they weren't asking me like, oh, that's so nice. You made it to London safe and sound. It's for your birthday. Oh, so they won't. No, that's not the way the world works. So anyway, don't give in. Don't give in. Don't get with them. It's not worth it. I know it may feel like there's nothing else in the universe for you to go, and you might feel like, what can I do? I can't go anywhere else, and I'm kind of like stuck in between two hard places. It's not worth it to stay in that space. Just say, excuse me, and leave it. Whatever it is, leave it. hmm It's just spirit. The only thing you're leaving behind is spirit, spiritual things, and keep going. And then then you connect with back to your, where you felt your heart was lighter, where you're like, I'm creating the nights, the evenings that I had. So I was right from the beginning. Somebody else was coming behind and overreaching, overreaching. So yeah, uh, create for you, create for yourself, create, and don't lose sight, don't lose your ability to create. Don't what they call it. Don't surrender yourself to where creating means limiting yourself. Even your limits will never. If your greater gifts are not appreciated, the lesser version of you is not going to be considered an asset. So you can't dim your light. If they didn't appreciate you at your brightest, they're certainly not going to appreciate you at your less your less light, your dimmed light. That that will not make sense ever. It never will work out. So, anyways, I'm in that place where I'm like, I can create the way that I see it, and I didn't become destroyed in the process. I did not participate. I did not, join and surrender or agree. Nope, I didn't. And now I get to pick up where um, I may have stopped for a moment, but it's not done. It's not done. It's not over. I have not lost any time. Literally pick up where I, for a brief moment, cease doing actions. Now I can pick up and begin right where exactly. But the difference is I've cleared my space, so no one psychically or in the what they call it across the astral plane, or no one's reaching out, and no one's. I don't feel like there's going to be an interruption. There's not. Again, no one's definitely not going to ring the phone and say, "Where are you?" I'm in another country, or could you? Do you mind? You come in, you know. So yeah, don't have to do any of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing when you arrive safely into these spaces, into these new elevated spaces, and it's not meant for everybody to understand. You know, you say, how did you understand it? If you don't understand it, how do we expect other people to understand? So then you have to. Then I've had to realize that I had to understand what I was looking at, and but once I knew what I was looking at, something, I just refused to let anything deter me from staring right at it, right into it. And yeah, now I'm ready to do something with it and see where it leads, see what happens, and it will. It certainly will happen. Everything to its own, everything in its own timing. So yeah, that's what's on the mind. That is the energy that we're connected with at the moment. Mhm. Okay, so I'm gonna be in here for a few more minutes because then it'll be 8 minutes because it'll be 3 o'clock, And then, yeah, then I'm gonna, go take a break, and then I'll come back and go live again, and but it'll be at 10 o'clock. Are you sure 10? Yeah, it's gonna be 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is the time where I'm also speaking to some people. So yeah, yeah, I'll be doing readings, and it's a, a new day. Mhm. Oh, it felt so good. So so I have to demonstrate. I like that word better. So I'm demonstrating that you can rise in YouTube, the mystery of YouTube, an algorithm, and you don't have to be with anybody. That is my agenda. That's my goal. So yeah. So I'm going to become like monetized literally, and I won't have needed to offer myself up to anybody or do something that I don't want to do. Um, Even if that's like whatever it is, doesn't one way or the other. Like definitely monetizing and ascending, and I'm not touching anything. All of that there, all of that. I said it. So if I can achieve that, then that means this world is in a good way. If I can't do that, that means there's still so much that evolving this world has to undergo. Um, yeah, I'm extremely blessed. So anyway, I'm definitely going to do it, and then of course share with you my progress, and also share with people like how I did it, um, and then on to greater spiritual lessons. To uncover lessons and so spiritual successes as well. But our 10 o'clock readings are going to be, I think, in depth. They're going to be pretty much out there. So we'll see. It's because I feel like I'm like walking with my clients like step by step. It's like they're blindfolded. Um, and then of course sometimes we are dealing with people who's not ever experienced genuine love or care, like people to care for them. And sometimes it's like when they speak about it, it's like it's backwards. It's like the other way around, and like how allowing them to discover that though, and how you kind of like say straightening it out for them, and then they acknowledge what they're experiencing, and it's just like reinforcing what they're experiencing, and then helping them to affirm those experiences and what they're hearing and what they're perceiving and feeling, and then they begin to see, oh, okay, this is a spiritual way. It's like conditioning nature. It's like working with people's nature, working with our nature. So definitely I'm doing that upcoming tomorrow. Tomorrow. Later on today. It's already tomorrow. Later on today. When it's 10 o'clock, let me see. What time is it? Where you okay, let me see. When I say 10 o'clock a.m., what do I mean? Okay, so in London time, I think isn't it like, oh, it's already 8, it's 8 a.m. already in London. So, 4, okay, so it'll be 4 p.m. their time. So 4 p.m. in, if you're UK, so I'll be on till 10. So till 4 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be with you. I'll be live. So that means that okay. So that means from 10 p.m. 10 p.m. to 4 p.m. I will be live. Something like that. Yeah. So big live tomorrow and or later. I keep saying tomorrow. Later on in the day. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for visiting. I have 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna go take a break. And thank you for giving me more questions to answer, more comments to respond to. Um, I hope that we're getting along and that you feel uh, reassured, not comforted. I'm not here to not. I know I'm not here to comfort you. You'll get that someday, but with someone very special, from somebody very special. But definitely, you know, I hope that we're getting along. I think we're meant to get along. So I'm definitely going to enjoy, uh, you know, gu- uh, guiding you in your journey, and which we can go together. We can walk together. So final minute. I only have 1 minute. We made it. We made it till 3. I hung in there. I don't think I'm not gonna do quite 4, but three's okay. And uh, I did very well with so far. At least I think that the calculator says so. um, and oh, and guess what? I'm at the highest watch hour that I've ever had. So I'm at watch hours is 258 or something like that, I believe. So I have like 258 watch hours currently. I've never had 258. I'm sure. I'm certain of it for certain. My brain sometimes says you might have had 163 or 263, and I'm like I don't recall having that many watch hours, but that means that first of all, as far as I can tell, watch hours are going up. So that means we're moving towards bigger things to do together. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to take a break and then I'll come back at, if it's UK, 4 p.m. And if it's in the US, well, Central Time, it's 10 o'clock a.m. So in a few hours, literally in a few hours. All right. Okay.